a really good tendency of just having combat last forever because of how many characters we have and whatnot.
Yeah.
Anyway, how's everyone doing? Beyond being terrified of cows.
Well, I'd do better if my webcam would actually work.
Oh, that would be nice, but it's been acting up recently, hasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it's
We're
the
still
webcam.
waiting
I
on
think it's
Tom, so I'm gonna go for that.
it's Streamlabs. Okay, take that out. Disconnect that. Go into the scene. Properties. Deactivate it. Reconnect it. And then activate it. And now it works again.
Nice.
As it does. Simon, what time is it over there?
8 o'clock.
Tom said he was going to be having dinner at 7.
Stuff might have happened.
An hour is a long time for stuff to happen.
Yeah. Is it?
A little bit. But it's fine, because, you know, gotta have the stream up for a little bit before we start anyhow.
Mm.
Why is this broken? Things that don't need to be on Steam.
You go there.
I don't want to download iClouds, thank you very much. I took the opportunity to, like, upgrade graphics drivers and shit. Okay, now I know for certain that that's working. Cool. Kira, are you actually there still?
Yes.
Okay, wasn't sure. I guess we'll leave that off until Tom turns up. I'm gonna move Lug's card up to there so it looks reasonable. When I need to full screen that, don't I? Yes. And then we're gonna get rid of that. You'll be pleased, Simon. We finally get to introduce a character that we were working on like many months ago.
Oh no! Is it that one?
That's a lot of characters.
Is it the Moon's character?
Yes, yes, it
Yes!
is. Finally. The much anticipated Mad Mage. The much anticipated Mad Mage Bane of Cabinetry.
Can't wait. It's gonna be great. It's a pity he went to bed so late.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure it won't be the last time we see Gurk Doggy.
Oh dear.
Oh, I feel a little bit left out.
Hmm.
Everyone else gets a cool stream poster in the den, and I don't.
Wait, you don't? I pretty certain I added you. I thought I put you as net everyone. I'll check that. Earning codes, den of delinquency. Ah, come on, Chrome. Stop being a sack of shit.
No, Chrome's always gonna be a sack of shit. That's just what it do.
There we go.
Alright. Boys and girl. Wait. No, I guess it's just boy. Boys.
Lads.
Without further ado, let's get this ball on the roll. Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Lucid? 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 Wow. Kira?
Wow.
What the fuck? Lucid.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's not coming up. It should.
That is weird.
Very weird. I have it here as an at everyone kind of thing. But whatever.
I'm gonna actually just message him and see where he went. Could be a Discord aberration, or maybe he went to the loo and didn't announce it. Ah well. Anyway, we're gonna get started. Hello and welcome to the Marvellous Misadventures of L.E.O. I'm of course DM Brandon, also known as Be Real Gun.
There we go.
Awesome. Joining me today, of course, is Aaron Nico, as always.
Hi.
Reprising the role of Dorian, of course. We have Kira with us today, of course, reprising Ozin. And, hello. And we have AFK Lug.
Mm-hmm. Who disappears at the greatest times.
He was...
Insert volunteer.
He was here a minute ago.
Literally.
And then just vanished. But that's fine, because we need to recap what happened last time.
Last time on L.E.O.
Last time, you guys managed to keep the demon in the ball, which was awesome. Managed to not have to fight a incorporeal thing. After that, you kind of milled around town a little bit, and decided to finally start heading toward the Dwarven capital. Pass
Adventure.
through the gateway town without any incident, which was nice. Bothered some gnomes on the way up the bridge, which you're about halfway through the bridge, and now you're in the town of well, it's not even a town, not even
It's
a hamlet really. It's just kind of like a way station.
Yeah.
In the way station of Midbridge.
It's a very creative name for the place.
Sounds better in Dwarvish.
I'm sure everything does.
Well, I mean, like, even in the real world, like,
It sounds like in Dorvik.
most names are like the village near the river, or under the mountain, or the mountain, or the valley. It's
Hence why I said it's a beautifully creative name, because it tells me exactly what the place is.
yeah.
It's the middle of the bridge.
I don't know if we talked about last time, but the bridge is fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
Many miles long, thousands of feet wide.
Because dwarves.
You guys are probably about... If you fell off the side of the bridge, it would probably be about 30 stories down.
It would feel like cement.
Yeah. What's that?
It would feel like cement.
Well, probably.
We could throw Ozen off the edge just to test that.
Any Hoosers. You guys make your way to a... it's kind of a... it's over the 77th spandrel of the bridge. It's kind of leveled off, so you're not on an incline. And there are a few buildings. There's it's not like a flat top bridge. There are kind of these large arched towers that kind of span overhead. Almost purely decorational, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the buildings are kind of built into them. But for the most part, everything's kind of off to the side so that you have the main causeway more or less clear for traffic flow.
Sweet.
There's the tavern, the blacksmith's respite, and then there is a sort of warehouse complex. Because one of the things they do here at Midbridge is goods coming down from Stone Rot kind of get dropped off here, and it kind of functions as a sort of transfer station. So that people coming up the bridge can drop things off and then pick up things to then take back down.
Yeah, well, if something is urgently needs to go somewhere, I'm guessing you can have someone waiting fresh here, and the team who are making their way up here.
Right.
Cool.
Because originally, the purpose of this kind of way station was when they were building the bridge. It kind of functioned as like housing and supplies storage for the people working on the bridge itself as they worked down from Stone Rock. Because eventually it got to the point where it's a little bit silly to travel 7 miles up and back just to get anything done.
Nah.
But you guys signal for the caravan to start pulling off. Since there are so many on your caravan, it gets a little bit tight. But you just about manage it. Well, this is very inconvenient.
Mm-hmm.
We just got started and I have to pee very badly. So we're going to immediately go into a bathroom break.
Okay.
15 minutes, new record.
You guys kind of contemplate what you want to do in the town. I won't be long.
Way station.
Whatever. A place with buildings and people that live there.
Yes.
Burn
So,
everything.
Elton. How's it going?
Well, I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to kill Dunnett back there, but that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, and yeah, done it. Oh, I remember him. Yes, yeah. I fully get that. But yeah, stuff happens. I'm gonna miss. I entirely forgot what his name was.
I think that
Hmm.
like out of character, I think Dunnett made me hate like all gnomes and dwarves somehow. Like, and even in other games, like I just hate them.
Can't hate all dwarves. I mean, we've got a dwarf in the party, and he's pretty chill.
He's the exception.
In fact, not all the dwarves that are in the house were terrible dwarves. Only most of them.
What's
I
that?
more than were smartasses.
I would say the colonel was pretty cool.
Are you talking about the colonel who is trying to steal the recipe?
I'm talking about the colonel who had the original recipe and was going to open up a whole bunch of food holes.
Yeah, recipe he stole off Lady Nisla.
Yeah, which is fine, but he seemed pretty cool about it.
That would have been blood. That would have been Bloodrook, since he killed her for that recipe.
Oh dear, it's fine.
So the caravan kind of gets itself situated, and you do see that there is, of course, the tavern, because it has the little sign hanging. Well, not little sign, but it has the sign hanging down.
Can only build one structure in a week. You saw how late I sent these to you.
So, what do you guys do?
Oh, what is there to do? Let's go chill for a bit. Let the horses rest up, have some rest, and we'll move on in the morning.
Sure, maybe we can pick up something to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you going
Get
to
some money.
Do you need money?
Never gonna have too much money.
Are you going
Sure.
to? Are you going to arrange for actual board and food?
Yeah, that sounds sensible. Let's go to the tavern. The other everyone can figure out individual stuff, I'm guessing.
I mean, there are 19 beds. And yes, I did count them when I was placing.
All right, so I take it you guys are gonna head to the tavern.
Yeah, we'll just go there. Is there card services?
Yeah, let's play blackjack. I don't know.
Card services, not card services, but I'll take card services too.
Actually, we could play blackjack.
You
Because
you
a function in this game.
can I answer the question, please?
Sorry.
You don't see any stables or anything attached to the inn, but you do kind of see such a facility appears to be attached to the warehouse.
Cool, I'm gonna go over to the warehouse then.
Okay.
And I'll approach whoever looks most not busy. But also a worker. Not some random person. Hopefully.
You see someone who seems to have just finished loading some stuff up onto a cart. They signal for the driver that they're cleared to go, and the driver,
starts off.
Yeah, he starts off, at a modest pace.
Yeah. I'll approach. Hi! Hey!
He turns around and he goes, "Oh, hey, what can I?" And he kind of stares at you for a minute. Can I help you?
Yes, we've arrived with, like, many carts. I forgot how many carts. A lot of carts. With, like, it used to have, like, 120 people with them, but now we've got less, but we still got equal number of carts. Is there a place which we could, let the horses rest, recuperate for the night, and whatnot?
Well, you'd have to organize any of that stuff with front office.
Front office. Okay, where, can you point me in the direction, please?
He points toward a warehouse sign, and then you can see there's a little placard on the wall that says office.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye. He
skip off.
starts heading back in.
I'll skip towards his office then. I'll try the door, I guess.
All right. You open the door.
Oh, good. It's not locked. It's not closed.
No, it's a front office.
Yeah, but it could have been off hours. It could have gone home. Could have gone home for the evening.
It's almost like this is a busy business location. Inside, you see a sort of older gnomish man sitting at a desk. You see huge volumes of paperwork stacked up all around behind him. They're like
Ooh.
filing cabinets and that sort of thing, and he appears to be looking over some sort of document.
I'll approach and wait patiently for him to just look up and see me.
As you make your way up toward the counter, without even looking at you, he's like, "Something I can help you with?"
Yes, hi. Me and some friends had brought like 100 or so 20 or 30 caravans. We were looking for a place to keep the horses and the caravans overnight as we rest here.
He finishes. It looks like he finishes reading something. He sets the paper down and it kind of turns over to you, and he kind of like stares at you for a minute, and then he like pulls down a. He has like this really weird looking sort of monocle thing, and he pops down a couple more of the rings to, I guess, look at you more closely. He's like,
I give the biggest smile that I can.
he's like, "You have 100 carts."
We have a lot of carts. I'm gonna be honest, I lost count like 3 months ago.
And he kind of
That's
looks
a
at you. "Are you some sort of trader?"
No. I'm part of L.E.O, I think that's what's called. League of Extraordinary Outcasts. We're bringing a whole bunch of people from far east. I'm starting to gesturing into the far eastwards to bring them to the capital and then to the elven capital, and yeah.
Oh, I see. You're one of those adventurer types. That makes more sense.
Yes, hi.
Don't normally see much of your people up this way. Well,
Exceptional circumstances.
if you're part of L.E.O, I take it that means you probably have some gold.
Yeah, how much would it be?
To put your horses up for the night, 2 gold a head.
2 gold ahead. Sure.
Now, how many people are you traveling with?
How many dwarves would have dropped off?
I believe like 23 of them had dropped off.
So all 23 of them.
Oh no, it wouldn't have been all 23 of them. Oh, so 23 is the total number of dwarves.
Yeah, 23 dwarves, 80 something.
Let's say about half of them. Let's say 12 of them have dropped off.
Okay, so There would be in total, I'm gonna round that to 100 and something people.
That's quite a large party.
Oh no, it's 43 dwarves, you're right. It's 23
Oh,
got
okay,
dropped
so it
off.
was
These are
23 that
20.
dropped off. Okay.
So 23 dropped off. That leaves us 20 dwarves, 83 elves, plus us. That puts us at 100, and I'm gonna round it to 110.
That's quite a lot of people.
Mm.
Don't think the inn's going to be able to put you guys up for the night.
Is there anything we can do?
Well,
Can't have a bunch of people
it's
sleeping on the street.
it's not exactly luxury, but there is the old workers' barrack, part of the warehouse complex. Mostly it's used for storage, but you should probably be able to make do. They'll at least have bedrolls and, you know.
Yeah. It's not going to be particularly comfortable. I'm sure that'll be better than sleeping outside.
Oh, aye. Well, we can probably accommodate that. Do you have entry paper?
And do we have entry paper?
Yes, you spent like 3 hours at the Elven embassy getting your paperwork together.
Yeah, sure. Let me. Yes, this pouch. Just start taking some papers out. No, not this, not this, not. Yes, this one.
He starts looking it over, and it's like, well, it seems you're on some sort of humanitarian mission.
Aye.
According to Alliance rules, we can't charge you more than cost. It will take us a couple hours to get everything ready together.
That makes sense.
For a lot of you, we'd probably call it about, let's say 20 gold.
20 gold? Sure.
Since it is a humanitarian mission.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very considerate.
Alright, now, so every cart we have, I believe, is drawn by 2 horses.
Mm-hmm. I haven't written down how many carts. What the hell?
You must have done, because I remember, like, Lug rented them.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like
don't have any-
70-something carts?
Why have I not written down a number of carts? It's like one of the things I would have written down.
I want to say it was like 70-something carts. It was quite a lot of carts.
Venerated fast road draws and homeland something 20 deposited back. I don't know what that means.
What?
I've got written down here 20 deposited back. I don't know what that means.
20 deposited back. I think that's a reference to the gold amount.
Maybe.
Because the idea was you bring the carts and then you drop them off at the destination. And there's like a surcharge for the fact that they wouldn't be returned.
20, yeah, it's 20 gold per card, I'm guessing then.
Yeah.
Yep, I haven't got it written down. Fuck.
Well, each cart wouldn't possibly be able to carry more than like maybe 5 people.
2 in the front, 3 in the back. Depends on the cart. Yeah.
Alright, so how many people were there in total at the start?
26 plus us 5. That puts us to 130. 130, I'm rounding that. So 26 carts. That's 52 horses in total. It was 2 gold per horse, right?
Yep, 2 gold per head.
104 plus the 20, it's 124 gold, correct?
That sounds about right.
Here, take the 124 gold. I've got it.
It's like, alright, I thank you kindly. We'll have all of that ready for you, and you see him pull out an abacus, and he just starts getting things together. Give us about 4 hours.
Sure, 4
And
hours.
he hands you a bag. He hands you a bag, and inside it there are these flags.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, just put these on each one of your horses, and I will take care of them.
Okay.
And you see that each one has like a number,
Thank you.
so that way they'll be able to keep track of your horses.
Do I need to sign a form or something like that, or write something down or anything? I don't know.
Yeah,
Or
you
is it covered by L.E.O?
you handled all of that in the receipt transaction.
Cool. Well, I'll be seeing you around. Thank you very much. See you. And I walk out.
All right, got your horses and everything squared away.
Mm-hmm. I'll go back to the. Yeah, I'll go back and start putting the little flags on each horse. And while I'm going through, I'm telling people, "Hey, so gonna sleep a bit rougher tonight. Not. It's gonna be much more comfortable than in the wagons, but you know, gonna be sleeping in the warehouses."
All right.
I'm just telling that to people, just so they know,
Yeah.
where to go.
yeah. Don't worry. As time has gone on through the caravan, everyone's kind of worked out a system of message transfer.
Yes.
It's like there's like a designated group of people that kind of go around and spread the word.
Yeah, so I'll tell them, yeah. Some people can sleep in the some people might be able to sleep in the tavern, but most of us are sleeping in the warehouses.
Yeah.
Now spend time putting little flags on.
Okay. And while Dorian was doing that, Ozan was getting up to no good. As it were, Ozan was kind of hanging around Orifir and them.
There was.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there was.
Yes, you
Yeah.
was, yes. And you happen to notice that somehow or another, seemed a little bit strange, but Orifir's golden whistle somehow managed to dislodge itself from the rest of his belongings and happened to be sitting on the seat of the cart he was driving.
I'll be taking that. Yoink.
So Ozan has now has this golden whistle in his possession for the time being.
Oh, the things I could do with this.
Oh, I saw a bleep of life from Lug's microphone. Or Lucid's microphone. He is there.
What?
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. What's up?
Nothing. We've just been live for like half an hour. That's all. Have a nice shower?
I didn't shower.
Oh. Well, poo.
I went to the bathroom and then got pulled into a conversation.
As you do. Well, you guys have made it up to Midbridge. Dorian has gone and taken care of getting the horses put up for the night. He's also rented out an old barrack that they're going to have ready for everyone to in the caravan to get some respite for the night. And Ozan came by a golden whistle.
Oh.
I use it. Or test it. Would be the
we have
more
detect
accurate
magic?
phrase.
What's that?
Do we have detect magic? Can we tell if this is magical before we just go blowing
We
it?
know it's magical.
We,
All right, fine. I'll go outside and like blow off the cliff.
everyone, I mean, it's the whistle that Orifir uses to call Zelopi.
The Fae.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Yeah, it's a fairy whistle.
Is it the same whistle that Orifir had?
Yes.
So how does
He stole it.
No one's quite sure how, but it seemed to have dislocated itself from Orifir's possessions, and was sitting in the seat of the cart.
I mean, we were on a dwarven bridge, so there were probably a lot of rocks.
Yeah, just fell out of his pocket.
And so Ozen decided to collect it for safekeeping.
Totally safekeeping, right?
Yeah.
And test it.
this isn't a good idea?
Oh, so you blow the whistle.
Yes.
Okay, well, where are you while you're getting ready to blow on this little magic whistle?
Probably off by the cliffside because I have no idea what's going to happen.
There's no cliffside because there's no cliff because you're on a structure.
On the edge of the structure, then.
I need a drink.
As do I.
Okay. You blow into the whistle, and I need to pull up a thing. I don't know if I've actually given her her thingy.
I guess I should technically be out here then, if I'm
So,
not in side trying.
side note, is Tom not coming today?
We don't know.
He
He's supposed to be
he
here.
was supposed to be, but then he just never got back. Yeah, okay, she is here. So you blow on the whistle, and now when Orifir summons Zelopi, right? There's kind of a green glow and usually like a flower sprouts or something. That doesn't quite happen. Instead, the winds kind of start blowing around you.
Huh?
And it creates a sort of vortex.
Oh
And
shit.
I said this was a bad idea, right?
You
right?
did.
I
and
said it was a bad idea.
It was a bad idea, but you know what? He's blown the whistle. It's too late.
and a different fairy, to Zelopi, kind of materializes.
Not who I was expecting, but she's way hotter.
And she kind of turns around and is like, "What?" And she looks at you and is like, how dare you, mortal? Who are you? How have you summoned me here?"
I am Ozen, no last name given. And I...
That's your last name, right?
Sorry. I'm Ozen, and I was not expecting to summon you. I was actually expecting someone else.
It's like, she means, she kind of narrows her eyes at you. What do you mean?
So, my friend dropped this, and
She looks at it and she's like,
curious if it would work.
she looks at the thing and she goes, "A fairy whistle." And she kind of stares at it for a minute. Zelopi, no less.
What, are you two in a feud or something?
She goes,
Don't hate my waifu!
She goes, "No, she is simply another member of the court. What I'm curious, though, is how are you bound to me?"
I...
Strange. Danger, danger.
She's like, do
I
you not
don't
know how
know.
that works?
And we've gone beyond that now.
She takes it, she looks at you, she's like, listen and listen well. A fairy whistle will only summon a fairy bound to the blower. Which means somehow you are connected to me.
Well, have you been stuck in the time-bending tower for 3,000 years?
She kind of looks at you and she's like, why do mortals always babble about the most insane things?
I actually wasn't kidding about that.
You notice that she doesn't ever actually touch the floor, right? Like, Zelope will stand. She seems to continue to float. And you see that everything about her kind of sways as if in a wind. She begins moving around you.
So... mind if you explain me what you are? Maybe that would clear things up for me so I can help you.
She introduces herself as Aurelia of the Southern Winds. She is a sylph, which is a fey spirit of air.
Huh.
We're gonna get destroyed by her.
Maybe not you and me.
And then,
Just other than.
and then, she has a sudden realization. She looks at you. She kind of looks at you, and then she's like, "Oh yes, I see it now. I understand. You are
Here.
blood of my blood."
Are you saying you're my ancestor?
She's like, you must be the child of my daughter.
Oh my god, you're my grandmother.
Yeah, you can see now why it was very amusing to me when your first response to her, except way more hot.
So, Ozen wants to bang his grandma. This is
To be honest, it's probably not the weirdest thing that's gone through Rosen's mind.
Probably not.
I'm... Yeah, fair enough.
She goes, tell me then, grandchild, how fares my daughter?
She's... Ozen looks down and says, she's dead.
She looks a little bit sad. It's like,
Rip grandma.
well, I hope only that it was a good death.
You don't want me to continue.
She goes, I am saddened by this news. But such is the price of mortality.
It wasn't sickness that killed her. It was the people her tribe she married into.
Savage mudmen. Unsurprising.
Why she
So,
was my father, I don't... God knows, but... whatever. What's done is done. If you want to see her again, actually have found a way to travel back in time, but you might lose a limb. Just a warning.
I just want you to know we're gonna die. Shit! I know, it's awesome, right?
The past is the past.
This is very Warhammer.
That is a little bit Warhammer, isn't it?
I just imagine like this huge crowd has circled around us by now. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Didn't you say you went off somewhere more private?
No, this is the edge.
More
Yeah.
private.
Most people are probably busy with their lives, and I'm sure it's not the first time they've seen someone summon something.
Fair enough.
It's dwarves. Dwarves do weird things. It's great.
As she kind of regards you, she's like, I see my grandson is foolish.
I'm sorry.
She's like, I can smell the deals you've made.
To be honest, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, one guy who made deals now sees faces in the rain.
Oh, there are so many things you do not know.
I won't deny that. I only know as much as I'm told.
Finally, you see her produce a
Execute Jojo Lemon.
you see her produce a silver whistle.
I
You
You
are of my
assume-
blood. Do not make dealings with other fae.
understood.
And she hands you this whistle of hers.
I'll be sure to tie this around my neck rather than put it in my pocket where it can bounce out.
And she's like, I imagine you might want to return that to its owner.
Or at least until I find him. And yes, that was a fourth wall break.
Okay.
I'm bad at those.
So, I would like to remind you that this is a role-playing game where you're supposed to do things.
So I'm a bit confused on why it. So I understand that you're my blood, but why didn't it summon Zealot? Fuck it, I can't pronounce her name.
She's like, I told you, foolish child. A fairy whistle will only summon fae bound to you. Zealope has no binding to you.
So if I were to hand it to some random person, nothing would happen. It would just be a regular whistle.
Indeed.
Interesting. So I was wondering if you could give me something that would make me more powerful. Like a spell or an object, like Sphere of Annihilation, I don't know.
She's like, how incredibly vague.
Hey, I'm willing to listen. You are my grandmother, so I thought you would care.
Hey, I know we've just met, and technically you're my grandmother. Can I have something, please?
She's like,
Don't know what I want.
she's like, well, I've been called by a fairy whistle, and I cannot simply leave. So she thinks for a moment. She kind of circles around you.
I'm just like looking back and forth as she circles around.
Perhaps you do have something I can use.
Which would be...
She's like, oh, dear grandchild, this is not how this works. And you see her kind of pull out a scroll. He's like, I do not have what it is that you seek myself, but I do possess a map that might take you to such a thing.
Is the thing stabilized?
If it were not, it would not be able to exist.
I mean, an unstable sphere of annihilation will move towards the closest object, so it can exist.
Wouldn't, because it would create chaos, wreak havoc, and summon the attention of something more powerful to stop it.
Like a Titan construct.
She looks at you and is like, you have certainly inherited your grandfather's incessant babbling. How unfortunate.
Well, at least I haven't inherited my father. Speaking of constructs,
But ultimately her thing is, do you wish for the map or not?
I will accept the map.
Very well then. She tosses you, she seems to produce a vial about the size of a, it looks almost kind of like a vase almost.
Interesting.
I will
What's
take
this?
from you that which I need to bargain with a sorrowsworn.
You need to bargain with this Sorrowsworn?
Do not concern yourself with my dealings, child. And she extends out the map scroll.
I take it.
You take possession of the scroll, and then you start to feel a sort of magical tingling sensation as she opens the lid of the vase, and you feel something being pulled from you.
What exactly are you taking in exchange?
What does Sorrowsworn want?
Your soul.
Something you do not need anyway. Pain and
Yeah,
suffering.
I knew it. Your soul.
Roll, roll for me a D100, or not a D100, a D20. Actually, I guess make a con save. Yeah, that's what you need to do.
If I fail, do I die?
That's not generally how that works. Oh wow!
I mean, it could.
Oh, you do really well. Why do you have a +5 to Constitution saves?
It's one of the things that artificers are good at.
Huh. I would not have expected that.
Well, they're wizards that suck at magic, so they have to be good at something.
They don't suck at magic. They imbue all kinds of magic things. What are you talking about?
Okay, they suck as a caster class.
Yeah, they're not very good casters. I will agree with that. Alright,
Great
so
adventures.
you lose all but 4% of your darkest emotions. But because you resisted so well, you do have the ability to retain the memories.
I feel like I lost the memories of my father.
Huh?
I feel like I lost memories of my father.
I mean, you can choose to fail the save if you wish.
Alright, sure.
Okay. Anyway, you see the vase, which appears to be, it looks almost like a sort of rainbow crystal. But you see it beginning to fill up with this dark black substance, which would be your negative emotions. And then when it finally stops, you see her pop the lid back on. She's like, "That will do nicely."
I'm glad we could come to an agreement.
Mm. Then she sends that away. She walks over and gives you a little kiss on the cheek. And then she disappears in a puff of wind. And you kind of hear... You kind of hear that she kind of says to you in a kind of whisper on the wind, "Call for Baba anytime you need her."
I will.
And she goes on. So now Ozen has lost his anguish, his sorrow. How does he feel?
No longer chaotic evil on a leash because luck exists.
And now you have a map, which you should add to your inventory.
Right. Wait, who's my dad now?
You get the sense that if it was important, you would have remembered.
You know, I'm not going to explain the joke. So how does... So... Wait.
So how does... Wait?
I don't know, I find that so funny. Hashtag who's your daddy. How does the new cantrip you gave me fit in?
What do you mean, how does it fit in?
How does this work? Like, did she give this to me when she kissed me on the cheek or something?
No, you earned that when you went to the tower.
Oh. Oh.
That's why it says under source Tower of the Wheel. Because it comes from the tower.
Got it.
The kiss on the cheek, I imagine, is just a grandmother kissing her grandchild on the cheek.
Yeah, I was... Well, you yourself said that they do things unpredictable. So I'm gonna go look for.
True, but it doesn't normally involve giving people abilities and powers. Unless it's something they could use for their own amusement. But then still tend to... They're technically neutral, but they tend to advocate for good, so there's that as well.
Right, so I'm gonna look for Orpheer, so he can get his whistle back.
Okay, we will pick that up in a bit. Lug? Lug? Oh, there you are. What does Lug do in a dwarf town?
I'm sorry, say again, you cut out.
I said, what's Lug up to?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know where Lug was.
You would in one of the carts. You probably got out, and there's a tavern that's in front of you.
Well then, Lug being what he is, he's probably drinking. And inquiring about various jobs that he could do to make money. Because that's what Lug does, is he gets drunk and then he goes to work.
In that order.
Alright, well, Lug, going into the tavern, will be surprised to see they actually have a place big enough for him to sit.
He came prepared.
Pleasantly surprising.
The plump lady operating the plump lady serving the room informs you that, you know, the dwarves of Stonerot occasionally trade and interact with the Goliaths of the mountains. So they try to be accommodating.
It's a lot better than any place else I've been, for sure, especially that gnomish tavern. The dirt beer was good, though.
It's like, oh, we have all sorts of beer here. A lot of stuff comes up and down the bridge.
Bridge?
You're on a gigantic bridge.
We're on a bridge. The city's on a bridge?
It's a way station on the Great Stonerot Bridge.
Lug is so drunk already that he just has no clue where everything is. That's what's happening.
The bridge that you're on, the bridge that you're on is over 2,000 feet wide and 7 miles long.
I'm also entirely unable to see anything because my roll 20 still isn't working.
That's
So,
fine. You're not seeing the bridge anyway, so it's fine.
I'm playing Theater of the Mind style.
Sorry. Yeah, you weren't here when I was explaining what happened last time. But yeah, you guys are on a huge bridge. It's like you're like 30 feet up in the. You're like 30 feet, 30 stories up in the air, and there's a giant tower and with an archway above you as well.
So what you're telling me is, if anybody bothers me, I can just threaten to drop them off the side.
Pretty much. You are literally on the largest structure you have ever seen. They say of the Stone Rock Bridge that it's so large it can be seen from heaven.
So it's the Great Wall of China.
The Great Bridge of China, you mean?
The Great Bridge of China. But yeah, and you are in a tavern that's sort of set up against that one of the large towers. And he's muted himself. That was weird. I'm going to assume that means someone's talking to him. Anyway, Orpheer will have probably filtered into the tavern by now. Dorian?
I have to go and move my car real quick. I'll be back in like just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Alright. Dorian, you be in the tavern?
I guess I've done putting little flags on all the horses, making sure they're all nice and happy.
Fair enough.
And then, yeah, I'll wander them away. Where's the most logical place for everyone to be? Yeah, probably the tavern.
Yeah, Ragnar is sitting over here with Lug getting pissed.
Sweet.
There you are.
Hi.
Get up this.
Hold on, I'm still sitting at the
Oh.
tavern. Oh, yeah. Sitting over in the corner is a strange old man.
Cue next plot point.
Next character point even.
Let's see. Oh wait, we gotta have someone tending bar, don't we?
That's generally useful.
Tokens, dwarves, dwarven.
They're drinking a ability potion.
Ignore how big it might be at first.
Also, we have a giant.
It's because the tokens are quite
Scaled.
sizable image files and they get shrunk down.
Mm-hmm. Scaled wonderfully.
And then, I don't know, there's some dwarves sitting around here playing a game that appears to involve cards and dice.
Oh.
Oh my good lord. Definitely not people you've seen before. Definitely not 100% original people.
100% OC. Please don't steal.
We totally haven't seen him in the last two places.
Nope, absolutely not.
100% OC. Original content. Please don't steal my character.
But I've come to realize, like, you know, I don't want to have like a unique token for every single dwarf we ever encounter in the entire map. That'd just be ridiculous.
Yep. I fully agree with you.
And for the audience, of course, if there's ever a dwarf to interact with, I will give them a nameplate. So otherwise, they can assume they're not the same.
This is a
And
lovely place.
I'm going to pretend this is kind of a stage back there.
Oh, if only Ragnar was here. As in Tom.
Well, it's fine, because there is a bard there, singing some songs. Yeah, as soon as I find him. But he's not actually a... Oh. Did I not make him a token? Oh my gosh, I didn't make him a token. That makes me sad, actually. But he is in fact a halfling. So, Ozen.
I went home on a Friday night.
Oh,
As drunk could be. I saw a head inside the bed where my old head should be. And I
oh
called
god.
my wife and I said to her, "Will you kindly tell to me
I'm afraid the
who
7
owns
Drunken
that
Nights
head
is
with
not
you on the
is not
bed
Twitch friendly.
where my old drunk head should be? Clearly you're drunk, you silly old fool. Still you cannot see. That's a baby boy that me mother sent to me. Well, this many day I travel
So,
100 mile or more. Well, whiskers long on a baby boy I'd never saw before.
Jesus Christ.
Beautiful.
Right, so Lug,
Yes.
you're there. People
No.
are doing things.
Am I? Are they?
Yes.
Are we really sure about anything in this world?
No, but we just continue to pretend.
Down by the hearth, there's a group of dwarves that seem to be playing some kind of card and or dice game.
I like dice. I'm not very lucky with dice, but I like dice. I'm gonna go and observe to see if I can figure out what game they're playing.
It's humanity.
Did I? E.
Are they
Oh.
playing Bones?
Let's go with yes.
I like Bones.
Now, they do appear to be the gambling sort. And I open that with
I'm just gonna watch for a little while and see who might be winning the most often.
Okay, so you're gonna observe them for a few rounds.
Yes.
All right, now you're gonna order yourself anything to drink.
Yeah, the strongest thing that they have.
Oh well.
As per usual for
As
luck.
per usual.
As per
I walk into a tavern, I ask them for the strongest thing they have.
well, as it happens, they do have a copper kettle brandy that you'd sampled once before in Humdrum that appears to have made it all the way up here.
Humdrum, the gnome town.
Happily.
The one with the dirt beer
Yes.
that we bought like 20 casks of.
No,
Oh, yeah,
that was actually Ermshala because you got trapped under the dome and the ship was going to be late, and so they couldn't make their shipment, and then you offered to buy
Right, so
it.
we bought it off them.
Yeah, that was before you got to Humdrum.
Right, Humdrum is the gnomish town with the tavern that I've been to like 4 times now. Once in a previous like memory situation thing, I basically did the same thing. We started the session and it's like, oh, you've gone back in time, and I'm like, I'm going to the tavern.
That sounds about right.
Oh my god, Federations has been reworked.
So, I thought you were done.
So yeah, I'm gonna buy a bottle of that copper kettle brandy. Just a bottle, just one.
Just one bottle? Okay.
Because if I remember correctly, that was really strong.
It was insanely strong.
So just one bottle, for now.
Okay, you buy a
Once
bottle of
Slug
that.
is drunk, his inhibitions are gonna go out the window.
It will be 2 gold for it.
2 gold. That's far more expensive than when I last bought it.
Well, last time you bought it was from the source. You're now
Yeah, this is-
thousands of miles away.
And export tariffs are a thing.
Yeah, fine. I get it. I'm gonna make a mental note, revisit Humdrum.
Just move there. Have them hail you. Have them hail you and then serve you beer every day.
They can hire me to guard the brandy. It'll be a really easy job because when there's no brandy, there's nothing left to guard.
Sorry, I'm just quickly whipping up a token for Philbo.
Ah. Why did I make this so strong?
Surprisingly smooth for how strong it is.
Ah. The taste is all off.
Maybe because it's pressurized on the nitrogen instead of what they use in Humdrum.
That should solve the flavor problem.
There we go.
Ah, now it's in the other direction now. Fuck.
Oh dear.
Time to add a little bit of this.
There we go. I can't believe I never got around to making a token for Philbo. Actually, it was so long ago when I made Philbo, it may be one of the ones I asked he who shall not be named to make.
As I went home on a Monday night, as drunk could be.
Alright, Ozen. Lug's going to be observing some gambling happening, so I'm going to assume he's going to be sat at bar.
The door.
And we'll just assume that Ragnar follows, because Ragnar...
I'm gonna hand or through the whistle and say, you really gotta take better care of this thing.
He snatches... He takes it from me, it's like... He just looks really confused. That's very strange.
You're drunk.
And you see he feels his he feels around his neck. He's like he didn't even realize it was gone.
It was a rocky road. Don't sweat it.
100 miles or
He's
more.
like, thank you.
This
And he
happened
kind of tucks it back,
for
wondering how it could have possibly gotten out.
So I went home on a Tuesday night.
Ozen's just kind of suddenly reminded of a saying he's heard many times before. The wheel weaves as the wheel wills.
My old coat should be.
That was not a positive memory. That would be erased.
Will you kindly tell
It's
to
a very
me
common saying, actually.
Yeah.
It gets said to us all the damn time.
my
It's what,
coat
at this
should be?
point, Doran will mumble it to himself.
You cannot see.
Also, Dorian, you're very injured.
Blanket that me
Am I?
to me.
You've got 12 HP.
Oh yeah!
100
A horse bit me, okay?
blanket shore I never saw before.
Would you like assistance from my
So I
iron
went
finger?
home on a Wednesday
Nah, I'm
night.
fine.
No, it's been like a day or two since then, so he's probably had time to rest and
I
recover.
saw a pipe upon a chair where my old pipe
Ah,
should
fine.
be. They like call me wife
But,
and I
uh,
let her.
Dorian,
Try.
Tell to me
I want to be good.
a pipe
as you
upon
guys
a
are
chair
sitting there
where my
enjoying some
pipe
drinks,
should
I
be.
presume you ordered,
You're drunk,
You,
silly.
you start to smell something strange.
That's a lovely tin whistle.
Kind of a
No.
a vinegary odor
I traveled 100 miles
Mixed
of
with-
vinegar.
with some kind of cured meat.
Can anyone else smell that?
Smells delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Where can I consume whatever this is?
Orphere's like, one smells many things in a dwarven territory.
Yeah, but this is particularly strong. Maybe the plot will thicken.
You
A
guys,
smell so strong it creates its own story.
you guys look around the tavern and you notice that to one corner there's kind of a weird looking old man. And the odor seems to be coming from his direction, and you see him sitting there with a bunch of earthenware kind of jars, and he seems to be like mumbling to himself about something.
I walk over to him and ask if that's food.
Aren't you currently watching a card game?
Oh
Yeah, we
shit,
can-
yeah. No, dice!
Dice, excuse me. You're watching a dicing game going on.
A dicing game. No, it's just called watching people throw dice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty dicey.
It is
You,
a dicey situation. There's money on the line.
Mm-hmm.
you do see that it does appear to be one guy in particular who seems to be winning every other throw.
Shit, I don't have my character sheet. Brandon, do me a favor. Send me screenshots of my character sheet, please. I literally do not have access to it because Roll20 will not load.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you, Simon. You do actually have proficiency in dice sets.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said dice is my favorite game.
Makes sense.
Are you gonna check if they're rated?
Let me open up my dice roller because I want to kind of utilize my knowledge of dice to try and see if maybe he's playing with a loaded pair. Because someone who's winning every other throw, that seems a little bit too consistent.
I had a really cool idea. I hope I get to use it.
I go up to the guy giving off the scent and ask.
As you
If
approach,
he's
the
safe.
smell gets stronger and stronger. There's the unmistakable odor of dillweed.
This man's a dillweed salesman.
And you start to detect a sort of a smoky aroma as well.
Okay, I will leave you to it.
Simon.
You
Yeah.
approach, the smell overwhelms you, and you're just like, you know what? Never mind. I had questions for you, but at
Fine.
this point, goodbye.
Fine. I'll take my feet off the table and I'll approach the strange man.
Okay.
Hi.
You say hi.
Hi!
He's like, he kind of looks at you. He's like, "G'day."
How's it going? You have a very eclectic collection of stuff.
Oh gosh. Oh god. I'm trying to remember an Australian accent now. I'm afraid it's all going to come out kind of Scotch-Irish.
It's an Australian accent and just talk in your normal voice.
What's that?
Just say he speaks in an
He
Australian
speaks
accent.
in he speaks in an Australian accent. He says that he's working on a he says he's working on a minesweeper. You have no idea what that means.
The fuck is a minesweeper?
And he shows you a grid that he's made out of what appears to be very small pickles and some sort of tiny sausage.
Right.
You think you've heard of these before. They're a type of cocktail sausage.
These, I have no clue what do you do with these?
G'day! Hi, doggy!
Perfect timing. We finally revealed your character, Moon Doggy. Yes!
Yes, he is!
Wait a second, this man who smells of dillweed is a character?
Yep.
Yes.
Fuck! I'm gonna need to get drunk for this.
Of course you do.
And I'm gonna continue blasting whatever the fuck. I can't remember the name of this song that I've got stuck in my head.
But
I'm gonna continue
yes, you
singing it because apparently it's not Twitch friendly.
you also notice that on the back of his cloak appears to be some sort of moon design.
I'm sweating in my own house. Why do I not have air conditioning?
Right.
And he explains that by attenuating the Gherkin Matrix, he thinks he can unlock a new level of score in minesweeping.
Okay.
You're still uncertain of what that means.
This all sounds like you've made up all these words. I love it.
I love the description I wrote like a month ago. More often than not, this man is smelled before he's seen.
I mean, in this case, it's very true.
And he turns away from you and he starts humming a song that could only be described as waltzing a Matilda, you think, but you don't know why you know what that is. You don't even know what a Matilda is.
It sounds like a person.
It's almost like there's a strange aura of confusion radiating from this being.
Yeah, I'm confused in general.
Suddenly he turns around and he gives you a jar. He's like, you'll need this.
I hold the jar, pretty confused. What's in the jar?
Everything you'll ever need.
I hold up the jar towards some lights.
It's an earthenware jar.
Everything I'll need in the jar.
Oh yes.
Explain to me how that would work.
You'll know.
Use simple small words, please.
He says you'll know before turning back and continuing to work on his matrix of wieners and pickles.
Well, have fun. You have left me with like a million more questions than I thought I would have.
Would you like to open the lid?
I'm going to open that lid. Well, I'm going to walk a tiny bit away, and then I'll open the lid.
You open the lid, and suddenly steam begins rising from it. And inside you see boiling sausages.
Wait, what? I will reach my finger inside, two fingers inside, and try to pinch one.
You pinch one, and as you bring it out, you can feel that it's magically become the perfect consumption temperature.
Lug,
Yes?
I have something for you.
Oh my god.
Easy.
Simon, I just
Lug,
realized
come
something
here.
about Gurk Doggy.
Hmm?
I realized something about Gurk Doggy.
What have you found?
He's a Goliath.
Oh, God. Lug, I need you now.
I'm busy!
But you'll really enjoy this. Please.
Fine. I go over.
I hold out the perfect sausage.
It's beautiful.
It's
You
yours.
at some point you place the lid back on it.
Yep.
And then when you open it to show it to Lug, it's suddenly filled with gherkins.
Now it's with gherkins.
Not the sausage!
I close it and open it again.
You close it and open it again, and there's still gherkins there.
Okay.
Tentatively, you reach in and you remove one of the gherkins, and
I take
you
one.
can feel the perfect coolness.
Sure.
You place the lid back and open it, and it returns to sausages.
Ah! This really does have anything you need. Gherkins and sausages. What else do you need in life?
And you point out to Lug, the guy you got it from,
Mm-hmm.
and Lug sees this towering 8-foot form crouched over a table in the corner, arranging sausages and gherkins.
That seems says a
And
lot,
then
so-
suddenly, you see a small explosion of his gherkin pickle matrix, and he just goes, "Shit." And then you see he begins arranging gherkins and wieners again.
Foiled again by the gherkins.
Oh no, the minesweeper went off again.
The minesweeper went off.
He muttered. You can just about make him out something about muttering getting to 600.
Just gonna. Now I've shown Lug the way. I'm gonna sit down by the table and just eat a sausage.
Moondoggy says you've got to eat 5, Simon.
Fine, I'll eat 5. I think at this point it would be 3 sausages, 2 gherkins.
All right. You retrieve the requisite number of sausages and gherkins. You just have an intuition about it, and consumed together, you feel yourself gain 10 temporary hit points.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Magic food boy.
It is Magic Food Boy. I love it. You should go talk to him.
Oh, we are an hour and 30 minutes in. I guess I never added uptime? Oh, I swear I thought I'd added that, but I guess not. C'est la vie.
Oh, hey, by the way, if you don't mind the Epic Games launcher, Civilization 6 is free right now.
Mm-hmm.
I already own it.
I actually saw that.
I did see that ad, though. Yeah,
I got that ad when I launched your stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Dang, man.
if anyone is interested in trying out Civ 6, they do currently have it on the Epic launcher, assuming you don't mind the Epic launcher.
No, we are not promoted by them.
No, they wouldn't touch this. They wouldn't touch this stream with like a 10-foot pole.
I mean, they touched it enough to let their ad be placed on your ad revenue poll.
True.
So, I mean, I guess they're not too opposed to the bullshit that we do.
You're not really sure what's caused you to run into this random
Fable
traveler,
there.
but you have a feeling this won't be the last time you see him.
And he disappears into a cloud of smoke.
Disappears into a cloud of smoke.
Ah, it's gonna be a cloud of pickles. Yeah. And tiny wieners.
But suddenly you hear what seems to be some kind of commotion.
Is
Oh,
it back
what
in
now?
the dice game? I bet it's back in the dice game.
It appears to be coming from downstairs in the kitchen.
Son of a bitch!
Downstairs. in the kitchen.
I very
Kitchen
much
is
was
upstairs.
prepared for the guy who was probably, definitely, obviously cheating to have been caught.
Yep, and it's stabbed.
Suddenly, someone runs up and they're like, we need water quick. We don't know why, but a cabinet suddenly combusted.
Will boiling water work?
I don't think the fire mines.
Here, take this jar.
You're not certain, but you notice that about the time a second explosion occurred in the pickle wiener matrix was about the time you heard the commotion from the kitchen.
Oh, that's lovely.
Wait, what? I think the kitchen's downstairs. The kitchen was upstairs. You even sit out on the docky seat.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Here, take the jar. It's literally got infinite water, I think, inside of it. It's really weird. Don't question it. Don't question the pickles and the sausages that will also fall out.
They look confused. They take it, run downstairs,
Get something to, bitch.
and suddenly you see this huge cloud of acrid vinegar vapor that starts filling the tavern.
Should probably go check. Make sure they're all right.
But did it work? That's the question.
People come running, start running out of the building.
Well, that went well.
I'm thinking maybe we should just run.
They're like, quick, open the windows! Open the windows! If only there was someone who could encourage air movement.
Oh, that's Cover your ears.
Ozen claps his hands and a powerful burst of air seems to push through the entire tavern and out the open windows, helping clear the fog. The dwarf who you handed the jar to comes back up and is like,
Did it not work?
Like, they're like, thank you, I think. There's no
How
fire,
was
but now there's pickles everywhere.
What are the sausages?
It's one or the other.
Pickles and sausages. You should try them. Pretty damn perfect.
And eventually, after all the commotion, things kind of seem to settle back down. The bard starts playing again. And one of the dwarves at the dicing table is like, "Oh, that's it, boys. I think that's enough for me for one night. I have to lose money to another time, I think." And he kind of walks off.
Was that the guy who was constantly winning?
No, it was one of the guys who was losing. He got tired of losing money.
While I was watching, did I see what the buy-in was?
It's currently standing at 3 gold.
Right, okay. I will... I will...
You will.
buy in? I guess? I'm trying to think, because I'm still pretty sure that that one guy who's been constantly winning is cheating. I guess the easiest way to figure out if he's actually cheating is to play against him.
What color are the dice they're using?
What?
What color dice are they using?
They actually appear to be metallic.
Oh.
Alright.
'Cause
So, Lug, you go over and you sit down and you tell them what to buy in. And they look you over like, alright then. Buy-in's 3 gold.
I put 3 gold down on the table.
Looks like we've a game. Alright, Lug. That's how I'm gonna roll this. You need to make a roll. You get to add proficiency, I reckon. And you just have to beat an 11.
I had to beat an 11? Well, I rolled an 11, plus my proficiency, so it's a 13.
Ah, there you go.
Or is my... no, proficiency's plus 3, so that's a 14.
Ah, even better. Alright, so you win that first go, and he's like, oh, we got one favored by luck, it seems.
Had to find something to do to occupy a bored guard.
But, while you have the dice, though, you notice that they do feel a little bit off balance. You think, however, because they are metal, and you are a strong boy, you think that you might be able to rebalance them by squeezing them really hard.
I'll give it a shot, yeah. Anything to make this game a bit more fair.
Alright. Oof. You're proficient with blacksmithing, aren't you?
I have to be.
Okay, so you get to use your proficiency in trying to work this then.
It's You see, that's 17.
Tie. Alright, we need to have a roll off. Just straight d20. Oh, wow. I'm rolling.
16.
Okay. You think you've managed to rebalance the dice.
Okay. Cool. So I guess I pass it to the next person, or no? Wait, I'm playing with somebody else's dice, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess I cast them again.
Okay. I just love the idea that Lug has these fucking dice and just squeezes them hard enough to correct the balance.
So I cast them again. I roll a 17, 18, 19, a 20.
Okay. You win again. You're doing really well. And this continues on for
a sideways glance over at the dwarf who was constantly winning last.
yeah. Interestingly
give him
enough,
a
you
slight head nod and raise my bottle of brandy to him. Great night we're having, isn't it?
well, after a couple of rounds back and forth, his luck seems to have mysteriously changed. And after a while, after he's lost about half his winnings, he decides that, he's had enough for the night and he's going to retire out.
I grab him by like the top of his arm and kind of like suggestively push him back to his seat. No, friend, the night is young. I insist. Let's continue.
Give me an intimidation.
Is a +0, simply with how large I am.
Hysterically at odds with how large you are.
That is... I am proficient in it, though, so that is a non-nat 20. Oh, wait, no, wait, hang on. 15 plus the... It's, 18. My math is the best.
Okay, well, you managed to intimidate him into sitting down. And eventually, after a couple rounds, you eventually clean him out.
I go to stand up, and as I do, I say, well, I think it's time for me to hit the road. And as I stand up and leave the table, I lean down towards the dwarf who was using the unbalanced dice, and I drop the dice back in his lap, and I say, next time, perhaps try and be a little bit more discreet with the way you win things.
Alright, Lug, you gain 50 gold.
Nice.
What about the rest of you lot? Anything else you're up to? Besides marveling at this earthenware pickle jar. Well, pickle wiener jar.
I've just gone back to sitting down with my feet up again.
I'm gonna listen for any odd jobs that we could pull.
We're only here for the night.
I'm gonna walk back over to everybody and sit down and drop the bag of 50 gold on the table. Look! I did good!
Good work, Lug.
How are you gonna split that with us?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Big Red.
No.
Yeah, you missed the introduction of Gurk Doggy, who's playing some kind of weird game called Minesweeper with a matrix of gherkins and cocktail wieners.
Whatever that is.
And then it blew up and some cabinetry caught fire downstairs. It was very strange, very strange.
I know, I have no clue what Minesweeper is. It's weird. Well, good job, lad.
And Dorian
How
has
did
some
you do
kind of
that?
feeling that they'll run into Gurk Doggy again.
How did he get your hands? Oh, was it from the dice rolling?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there was a dwarf over there who was cheating,
Ooh.
and well, I took his dice that he was using to cheat, and I made them not cheatable dice
Ooh.
by squeezing them. It was fun.
That
It
does
was fun.
sound really fun.
He tried to get up and walk away, but apparently it's really hard to tell me no.
Hmm. You must be very convincing.
I do not know why. I am the simple man. Just wanted to play a game of dice.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
admit
but hey,
though,
he
I am
accepted
a little bit annoyed with what's transpired here because I've made stuff mostly for Ragnar.
but he's not here.
Yeah, so we've kind of been doing all of my side stuff.
Oh wait, are these deep dwarf? Are these his kind, his people?
No, his people live in the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. He's the demon dwarf.
Yeah, and he's also relatives to the Fane that's here.
No, that's back over in the Blackstone Ridges.
Ah, yeah. I thought it was still in the, still roughly in the hills, is what I thought.
No,
Everybody has
we're
weird
only 7
relatives
miles
except
from the
for-
capital. We're like halfway up the slope of the mountain.
Okay.
Lug has giant rings. No need for fancy fame magic.
Hmm.
Earth Daddy listens to.
Does Earth Dad? Have you got into touch with Earth Daddy recently?
I stomp on the ground and summon a large stone shield. Yes, and we are on
Sounds like a
the
very
good
abusive
terms,
relationship.
many would say.
Literally, a bit of the flooring of of this tavern just attaches to your shield.
The tavern owner looks over and is like, "Oi! Shaping magic goes outside."
It's not magic. Earth Daddy has granted me shield.
He kind of repeats himself. Shaping magic outside.
Well,
I let the
it's
earth fall from the
isn't
shield.
shaping magic.
He's in magic. Fuck.
Magic's a confusing thing. I will agree with that. Say that.
What's the confusing thing?
I was just gonna say magic is a confusing thing. Why people don't let us do it everywhere? It's weird.
It's not magic.
Ah. It's weird and alien. Therefore, it's magic to people.
Agreed.
Well, these people say that they have dealings with my kind. I would have thought that other people would be able to talk to Earth.
The central thing that was supposed to happen in the tavern was supposed to be between Ragnar and the bard that's performing currently. So we've kind of run out of the material that I have for the tavern now.
Well, I think we're gonna go retire then.
So
Retire? Yes, 50 gold. Plenty
I
to
showed
retire.
them the map I obtained from the Fae.
what's that?
I showed them the map I obtained from my grandmother.
Show who?
Everyone around the table.
Well, Lug doesn't know what maps are.
Where'd you get what is that?
I'm just gonna
for?
start downing my brandy when he pulls the map out.
What's that for? Frozen?
I may have tested Orphere's whistle, but it wasn't supposed to work with me, and instead summoned my grandmother.
Wait, what?
Oh, mother.
It gets weirder.
That sounds weird already. How do you summon your own grandmother?
What? I'm Fae touched.
I call to my wife and I say to
Oh,
her,
so your grandmother is the Fae, right?
Or fears like,
And
oh, I just thought you were a
She's-
Terra one.
Yes, I know I look like an elf, not a human,
No, you don't look like an elf. You look
but
like a terrible
I'm
one.
more human.
I'm gonna be honest, I just thought you were a terrible human being, but whatever.
You can't really judge.
Ah, I'm self-censored. I don't go around and actively do stuff.
Anyways, I asked her for a sphere of annihilation. She said she didn't have one, but she had a map to one. And
Or fears like, I'm not certain I trust you to possess such a thing.
Yeah, why do you need a sphere of annihilation?
Or fear doesn't actually know what that is, but he doesn't like the sound of anything that has to do with Ozen and the word annihilation.
And I'm a nerd, so I probably have some idea of what it probably is. Yeah, why do you need something like that? The fuck?
I feel like I'm not pulling my weight with you guys,
So
so
you
I
want to
feel
destroy everyone that's around you directly, including yourself.
no. You feel uncomfortable retrieving this sphere with me, I won't force you. However, it is a very powerful object that could be used to our advantage.
Could potentially be a bargaining item. But where would we keep it?
My question is, it sounds like you want a bomb to go into a freaking bank or something and go, hey, I got a sphere annihilation, give us all your money, kind of thing.
Would you like to see where it is on the map, Simon?
Sure.
Alright, give me an intelligence and you'll compare it with the map you were given of the territory for your journey purposes.
It's 23.
You look at it and you see that the location of this sphere, as indicated, seems to be somewhere in the jungles to the south in the Elven territories.
Well, it's not terribly far, relatively.
It's called the Tenebrel Rainforest.
I guess when we drop everyone off, we can go there. Is that right, Ozen?
Yeah, sure.
Because sure, I mean, to be honest, if stuff doesn't go well anyway, it might be useful for me.
Or if Fear goes like the rainforest. And he looks outside, and you can see from here, actually. You can still see the huge red beam of light emanating from the Searing Gorge. It's just kind of a perpetual night feature ever since All Hallows. And Orpheus points out that if he's not mistaken, that rainforest isn't terribly far from the front.
So we could just go there, then?
Do you remember what the Searing Gorge is?
Nope.
It's the place where all the demons and things are fighting against all of the armies of the world that have gathered there to stop them.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure we can pop over and probably die horribly.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at a map now and I realize I have a place labeled the Foggy Swamp.
It's actually a paradise. They call it that just to keep tourists away.
It's like, are you sure you don't want to go to the Forest of Songs instead? Well, That could be something to consider for another day.
Yeah, for that we've got a whole bunch of people to take over to the elven place.
Alright. So, there's not a whole lot else to do here. We are still a little bit young. And since Ragnar's not here to actually do the thing that I made specifically for him, would you guys like to finish your trip up the bridge?
Sure.
Alright, so the night seems to have calmed down. You wake up in the morning and there's no sign of Gurk Doggy. He appears to have
Wandered off.
And you get the caravan ready to go. It takes a couple hours, but by about midday, you're ready to start getting underway.
On the road again.
And you head up the bridge. Sorry, I don't know if you can tell, but there was supposed to be a lot of stuff that was happening, but I can't do it without Ragnar. Because it doesn't make sense otherwise. And you eventually reach the end of the bridge. And just beyond the bridge, you see these enormous, towering dwarven statues with these huge battle axes raised, marking the entrance into Stone Rot. You can see that there are what could only be described as thousands upon thousands of years of intricate carving and design work layered over top of one another on these statues.
Gotta give dwarves credit.
I mean, this is their capital city.
I get the feeling this is like it's been a continuous like micro feud between multiple families trying to put the final mark on the city. One company started it, and another, then another, and another. And it just keeps on going. Even today, you just start seeing more and more markings on these things.
As you go in, as you get closer and closer to the city, you see that there's like so very much like foot traffic, carts going every which way, things going up and down, stuff getting ready to go down the bridge. It's probably the busiest place you've ever seen. Which is something, because Hadra was not a quiet city. By any stretch of the imagination. And Stone Rot is so very much more. As you approach, you can hear all kinds of sounds.
So much to do in the Dwarven City.
There's, you can hear, like, I don't know. See, does anyone have good enough hearing to make out anything in all the cacophony?
You mean perception?
Passive perception, probably.
Yes.
17.
He does.
Wow. I guess those pointy ears aren't for show. You can hear the sound of things being hammered, stuff being chiseled, and an endless cacophony of talking and what could only be described as some kind of singing. But not like the fanciful singing of a bard. More like the kind of singing you get out of working folk.
I was right!
As you descend down, normally you would think of it as like a cavern, but as you pass by, you can see that actually every inch of it has been chiseled into elaborate stonework. It's not a cavern so much as it is a hall. And as you descend down around the bends, it eventually opens up into an enormous open cavern. For those of you who have dark vision, you will be able to see properly. Those of you who do not, it just looks like a really dark hole with points of light everywhere. But you can see endless columns and buildings and things built every which way. A veritable metropolis beneath the mountain. And as you start to encounter buildings, you see that there appears to be a visitor center.
Creepy place to have a visitor center, but okay.
Oh, it's a perfect place for a visitor center. It's such a big area.
I mean, you'd want the visitor center just at the entrance, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want people wandering around lost in the city trying to find the place to tell them where the fuck they're going.
Although it's just really dark, and you'd think the visitor center would be a bit more lit up.
The visitor itself probably lit up.
No, yeah, the buildings are lit up. When I said it was dark, I'm talking about the cavern overall. Like, of course, they have lights and things, and you actually see there's quite a selection of people in this part of in this part of the city. I mean, of course, the majority of people are dwarves, but you see humans and halflings and gnomes and even a handful of elves. And even Dragonborn, in fact.
It's a huge mishmash. It's wonderful.
But you stop by the visitor center. You can acquire a map there, as well as an extensive array of travel guides.
Ooh. Do you have like hot air balloon stuff?
What's that? Hot air
Do
balloons.
they have a hot air balloon?
No, unfortunately.
It'd be a wonderful place to hot air balloon somehow.
You do see
So
that there are a wide selection of various tours and things, however.
I'm gonna check the calendar and see how long that we've booked this place to be.
Well, you actually have a destination here.
Ooh.
Because, of course, you have all these dwarves with you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find the Great Hall. And there you'll need to find the Tertiary Undersecretary of Internal Affairs.
Christ, that sounds like a really boring job.
Look, man, it's got to be done.
I'm gonna see if anywhere, I can't imagine there being there, but anywhere on the brochures, if they have any mention of this great hole.
As a matter of fact, they do.
Ooh, I'll take that brochure.
The Great Hall is located on the other side of the city from where you are. At the center of the city, there's actually a big glowing thing,
Right.
which is apparently the Sacred Forge.
Mm-hmm.
Which itself functions as a temple to Moradin. And to the Akarim goddess Dagada, who is a what's the fuck's the word? An apprentice to Moradin.
Cool, we can go hit all the tourist stuff after we've offloaded these dwarves.
Well, the Sacred Forge is dwarves only. It's considered a
Well,
holy
luckily
site.
we have a dwarf. Pity is not here. Yeah, and we can hit some of the Tauric stuff on the well afterwards, but for now, I have 23 dwarves, no, 20 dwarves to take to a place.
Sacred being a key word. Yes, yes, indeed. Alright,
Origin, Orifir, Doug,
so, you guys...
you gonna join the boring stuff?
Yep, you four will be taking the dwarves. Ragnar, Yugisa, and Co. will try and wrangle elves in this enormous fucking city. Which actually, the elves feel a little bit trepidatious about being underground like this. Except for Seletham, who loves it. He says something about it's kind of nice not having his eyes constantly assaulted by light.
I use the spell light.
Do you even have the spell light?
Yes, actually, I do.
Why? Sorry, no offense. I'm just like, it seems like there could be better things. Yeah,
Is it
sorry.
for-
Your piddly light doesn't quite compare to the sun. Also, he's cursed to be burned by the sun because he's a drow, not by a piddly little light spell. So Dorian, Orfear, and Lug and Ozen, I guess, you guys are escorting these dwarves finally to their destination.
You're gonna be home. Hope hasn't changed way too much compared to last time we were here. If you were here before, I don't know how it works.
They're like, the last time we were here, this place was a fair bit smaller.
I can only imagine.
It's like, imagine going back home after 10,000 years of construction.
Hence. Hope hasn't changed too much.
But
Wait,
yeah.
How old can dwarves be?
What's that?
How old can dwarves get? I thought they could only live to...
As we're also kind of frozen in time.
They weren't frozen in time. Their souls were devoured by a soul-eating monster.
That's it.
And
So, yeah.
then we rescued them, and they were resurrected by what is ostensibly a demigod.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, their bodies didn't age in that entire time.
Yeah, but they need some assistance, basically getting their bearings back.
Which makes sense.
Which is why we've been delivering them to the Dwarven capital.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll make our way.
You make your way to the Great Hall, and you see that surrounding it are enormous pillars, each of which has a handful of ancient dwarven statues carved into them. And you note that these appear to be important people throughout history. And as you go into the hall, well, it's so very spacious. You're not even quite certain that you can actually see the ceiling. And about 400 feet down at the end of a hallway, there sits a desk.
I think this is one of the desks which we need to go to. I can't even remember the title of the person I was supposed to meet.
The Tertiary
Wrong
Undersecretary of
computer,
Internal Affairs.
Yes, that one. I'm gonna skip out towards. I'm gonna look around, make sure there's no other obvious desks around.
There's not. You have arrived at the reception desk.
Cool. I'm gonna skip my way over.
There are two older dwarves sitting there. They appear to be kind of chatting to each other about things.
Yellow.
And one of them turns to you. Oi, what can I help you with, lad?
We were sent by L.E.O to deliver for humanitarian purposes to bring a whole bunch of dwarfs that were technically dead but no longer dead to your capital. These 20 folks here.
And the other dwarf goes like, "Oh, must be Thursday."
Is it Thursday? Kind of lost track. Sort of days seem to meld together.
Oh, aye. He looks it over and is like, "Aye, you'll be wanting to talk to Dunrus."
And where can I find this person?
Well, you'll want to take this hole and go all the way down, third alcove on the right. Follow that round, and you'll be into a series of offices. And his will be third office at left.
Just to confirm, down this corridor,
Aye.
third alcove on the right, where I find a series of offices, and the person who I'm looking for is the third office on the left. Correct?
Aye, that be it.
Thank you. Have a good day. And I'm gonna guide everyone towards this place.
Well, everyone's not come with you.
Everyone that's here is what I meant. It's the group everyone, not the absolutely everyone.
Right.
I'm not herding 120 people here.
I think it's only like 20 something dwarves at this point.
Yeah, it's only 20 dwarves. Why not? Because can you envision Dorian trying to guide everyone in a specific location?
Yes, actually, I can.
Actually, to be honest,
Oh
I could
yeah,
as well at this point.
Lug.
Yeah.
You're probably quite pleased with this. This is the first time you've really been in a place big enough for you to stand.
That's not outside.
Oh, this is a good point.
Yeah, things are big and spacious, and you can actually move your shield around. You don't have to drag it sideways.
Now, why can't everyone do this?
Or if there's not everyone are as ostentatious as dwarves.
Obvious.
So, you eventually find your way to the office, and sure enough, it says there, chiseled in dwarven runes along the doorway, Tertiary Undersecretary of Internal Affairs.
Someone who plays Dwarvish, what does it say?
I'm pretty sure I actually.
I feel like Orifir must know Dwarvish. That's usually there's always the two languages I make sure I know are Dwarvish and Common. Yes, Orifir does in fact read Dwarvish.
Is this the correct place?
Orifir looks at it and goes, Tertiary Undersecretary of Internal Affairs.
Yeah, sounds like the correct place. I'll give it a knock.
You hear a knock and he says, "Come in!"
Cool. I tried the door.
You push the door open and you see a little man there scribbling furiously on several scrolls.
Hi, we were sent here from the front office.
He looks up at you. What's your business then?
We're a group of people from L.E.O who are here for humanitarian purposes, bringing a whole bunch of dwarves that were technically dead back to life to your capital.
He's like, ah, must be Stars Day.
What day is it in the week of
Stars
it?
Day.
In actual fact, it is, where is it? Calendar. There you are. It is, in fact, Osterday.
Okay. So I've had two random dates being thrown at me, and they're both incorrect. Wonderful.
Anyway, he starts, do you have your paperwork?
Yep, here, no, not this one, not this one. Yeah, here, hi, there we go.
He starts looking over this, elven consulate, no doubt.
Yes, I think. It's been a while.
Yes.
Probably feels like a year for you.
It's weird, it does feel like a year, even though it's been only 3 months.
He starts parsing through them, and after a while he takes out the ones he needs, like, you'll need the rest of these.
Okay.
The elves are a bit haughty about that type of thing.
Right, I'm gonna have to present this in the oven place, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. He,
Thank you.
Oh, no, you're not done yet. Motherfuck. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So...
This is a very nice office this guy has.
Indeed.
Very
So-
spacious.
When I made the deal with my grandmother, I didn't really know what I was making a deal with. Probably should have asked her. But I
Yeah,
don't
probably.
feel any different. I mean, I feel less spiteful.
That was from your grandmother? Oh yeah, you did say. Huh. It's weird. Wait, so you didn't get your fake grandmother's name?
I just called her grandmother.
I mean, that's logical. But what was she like? Seeing, family that you literally haven't seen in thousands of years.
She has red hair. She didn't actually touch the ground.
Hello?
Hi.
Alright, where was I?
We just delivered the first form.
And we were pretending you were actually the dwarf leaving the office. So we started
Small
talking.
talk.
Right. So, he gives you some forms back, and then gives you another scroll. Like, give this to the gentleman at the reception desk, and they'll call
Same
for some.
people we saw?
And they'll call for some people to come out and meet with all the dwarves you brought.
Okay. Same people that we saw before?
Mm-hmm.
Just to confirm. Cool. Is there anything else that we'll need?
We should be good, Mr. Crawford.
Crawfield.
Oh, sorry.
No worries, handwriting can sometimes be messy.
Dang elven script.
Yeah, it's really, really hard to read sometimes. Thank you very much, sir.
No, thank you for your service to the dwarven people.
It's no sweat of our backs. And we'll go out, I guess.
As you go out and you start heading up to the thing, suddenly you hear this thunderously loud kind of gong sound.
Must be dinner time.
And you see some of the dwarves kind of like stopping, and some of them like start poking their heads out the office kind of to see what's going on.
Something tells me we should ready ourselves.
And then suddenly you hear a second enormous gong sound. And some of the dwarves start to look really worried, and you see that some of them start scurrying about.
Yeah, this is definitely not dinner time.
Yeah, let's throw our weapons.
Might be a fire alarm. You know.
Then there's
Testing.
this third thunderous gong that you can like feel it in your chest.
God damn it, Fred.
Okay.
An enormous dong sound. Oh my god. Wrong kind of show. Oh yeah, I forgot Moondoggy actually has a gong now.
Yeah, he does. Fucking-
And you start to hear gasps and things. And then after a brief moment,
Ask what's going on.
there's a fourth gong. And you
I think
hear
everyone's panicking too much.
you hear what sounds like you hear what sounds like a woman fainting.
Dwarf guy who was with us originally. Hey, you know what this is up? Or was this new?
He looks at you, he's like, my God. He's like, gods above, help us.
Yeah, that's not helpful. Thanks.
He's like,
Explain to us what's going on.
damn it, Dorian, let him have his dramatic moment.
No, he's taking too long. Fuck him.
But, he says, 4 gongs can only mean one thing. The king is dead.
Oh. That's less dramatic than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So I was disappointed.
Sorry, we've had a lot of trouble on the road, so forgive us for drawing our weapons.
Fuck dramatic dwarf.
They
The king dies. Dorian's reaction is, oh, well.
Hey, it's not a massive dragon. That's what I was thinking.
But,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
well,
My head went to, this is probably like a massive attack and whatnot. No, it's just, yeah, the king probably got assassinated. That's tragic.
Yeah,
Well.
assassinated. Oh, was assassinated then.
suddenly you hear the sound of a very large chain releasing, and then a kind of, kind of crashing sound.
Cool, they've closed some gates or something like that.
Hmm.
Wonder if we can still make it to reception.
You are fortunately able to make it to reception.
Yay! But no one's there, I'm guessing. Scurried off.
Everyone appears to be in a panic.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Not again. Not again. Not again.
You see them picking up. You see them picking up these small kind of stone things, and they're like shouting things into them. They seem to be getting information shouted back at them, and they seem to be trying to coordinate something.
Hmm. I'm gonna find a spot, sit down, and just put my feet up best I can.
I'm gonna rush over to where that woman probably fainted. Make sure she's okay.
And there are people helping her. But yeah, she's fine. Well, apart from being in emotional distress.
That's dramatic and all. It's almost as if the fates have been following us and dramatic stuff keeps happening wherever we go at the same time. It's crazy.
Almost as if we're characters in a game.
No,
People are playing.
that wouldn't be the reason.
Finally, a sort of older dwarf pushing some sort of trolley comes over to you guys. He's like, "Is there anything I can get you boys?"
Information would be nice, actually.
Fuck
Yeah.
information. I want more alcohol.
But hey, if you're
Alright, alcohol for him, and information for the rest of us.
I'll have
I
some
wanna
biscuits too.
know the information. King is dead. People are screaming.
Yeah.
Log is going to take a nap with Bren.
I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat as Lug here. It's just, yeah, the king's dead. I'm sorry, guys. It's very disappointing and all, but
Yeah, she's was like, oh, I'm sorry about all the fuss going on, but you know, this being a government administration office, anything like this happens, it has to cause a whole fuss.
oh, I can believe that.
So, was it
Honestly,
age or
King
natural
is fucking
causes,
up
or...
there, like luck.
She's like, age?
Hey, I just got here. I don't know
She's like,
people's...
Elvis, he weren't scarcely over 300.
Yeah, it's young for a dwarf.
The problem, though, is he's not having any children.
Well, that's all good.
Well, you know, usually people think, oh, there's plenty of time for that sort of thing.
What
Was
was it?
there
On
a
a
queen
page.
to cover for him?
Sorry.
What's that?
Was there at least a queen to cover for him?
Oh, no, Queen Morgaze, bless her, she died last year in childbirth.
Oh, that's dramatic and tragic.
Oh, aye, this king, you know, not like the old king. Old king that was a real king. Well, you know, not wanting to speak ill of the dead, you know, but
No, I fully understand where you're coming from, in a way.
but you know, old king, he's real king. Tried to have as many children as he could, bless him, but you know, those two families, they intermarry so much they turned out to be just the same family, and soon enough there weren't enough children.
That's...
That's royalty for you.
Yeah. I was about to say that's gross, but then I was like, oh yeah, royalty.
Yeah, that's royalty for you.
Too many children, not enough of them old enough to fuck.
Most of them probably born with disfigurements and genetic diseases and whatnot.
Hey, there is no evidence that inbreeding causes people to be less perfect. Inbreeding causes people to be incredibly perfect. That's the point. Keep it in the family.
Keep telling yourself that, Log. Keep telling yourself that.
I mean, there are some races where inbreeding isn't a problem. Dwarves, unfortunately, are not one of them.
They were trying to copy the damn elves.
Hey, I'm guessing this place is going to be effectively. I'm not going to say closed, but unavailable to its services for a while, right? While the monarchy stuff is being sorted.
Oh, well, they're gonna have to, until that someone confirms what was cause of death and all that. They're not gonna let any of us out here in case anyone might be involved. You know how they are, what with the questions and all that.
Oh, well, we all.
I respectfully ask that you only have a dwarven investigator.
What about the tavern? The tavern closed.
The tavern will be fine, Log, don't worry.
I think the tavern's going to be outside of here, though.
I'm going to get outside.
However you do it, please take me with you.
You
Well-
do realize you have...
But she goes, "But oh, you didn't hear it from me. I heard there's rumor though they have some sort of, they're calling for some sort of fancy investigator."
Oh no, is he from
No.
out of town?
Oh, I don't know. I just know that they're trying to get help from the Alliance. They don't trust someone. They think might be someone in the dwarves might be up to illicit activities.
Is it a gnome?
Ah, yes. I collude with the Dwarven Mafia on a regular basis. Let me go drink, damn.
She's like, well, since they've locked us in here, though, they've authorized us to open up the private stock.
Private stocks?
Wow, they've been quick. The king only died like 10 minutes ago and already opening the private stock.
I've got one question and one question on where can I get.
At the mess hall.
You'll have to
Okay,
direct
I
us.
now have two questions. Where is the mess hall?
She starts to explain a very elaborate series of directions through about 7 different corridors.
Why
I'll
is
take
this
your luck.
place designed like a maze?
I mean, it's dwarven. What do you? It's kind of like they build and then they build and then they build and then they build and then they build.
I'm
I'll
very
take
tempted to just say to hell with it and smash through the walls.
No, look, I'll take you. I'm joining you. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Okay, good. I will follow you. These directions are very difficult.
These directions are annoying.
Well,
I
you know. Well,
taken tip up with the bottle of brandy that I purchased earlier, forgetting that it's already empty.
well, you see, these are very stressful times for dwarven bureaucrats, and so they need comforting in the form of expensive alcohols. You know, for the king.
For the king, totally.
That's how he'd want to
For
be
the
remembered, of
king.
course.
Of course. What king wouldn't want to be remembered by one drunken nut?
Mm.
So, you, after a little bit of wandering around to what could only be described as the Benny Hill theme song, you eventually come to a large sort of hall that has several tables sat out with what appears to be some sort of feast. And all along the sides are huge casks of various types of alcoholic beverages.
Excellent.
Do these casks have any labeling on them indicating what's inside?
They do if you speak Dwarvish.
I'll read it for you, love, don't worry.
Do I speak Dwarvish? No, I speak giant and common. Wait, Ozen came with us? I thought Ozen was going to do the other thing.
I don't know what the other thing would be at this point.
Wasn't
Well,
he like
since all the
getting
bureaucrats
information?
are getting drunk, I figured that they would be with the alcohol, so I'm with you guys.
My back. Anyways, I think I'm just going to throw caution to the wind and grab a tankard and fill it up with a little from each cask.
Okay.
Just a mix. Just a big mixer.
It's called
Are you gonna
grog.
take it? Are you gonna take it like a margarita?
What? No, it's in a like a
Big old
tankard.
tankard. Yeah.
Yeah, and
If I try and shake it like a margarita, then I'm just
Just spill it
throwing all the
everywhere.
alcohol everywhere.
hey, I mean, if it's closed, then you could.
Neither here nor there. While you're there, you do see that there seems to be quite the assemblage of dwarves there.
Are any of them diplomats? Like,
All of them,
Are
probably.
any of them diddly mats? I don't
yes,
know.
diplomats.
Most of them appear to be kind of clerical workers, but a few you see have important looking sigils and like gold thread in their clothes, and they seem a little bit snooty compared to everyone else.
I'm gonna walk up and say hi to one of them.
I'm gonna sit with Lug.
As you approach, they look at you. They go, "God rest the king."
God rest the king, indeed.
For the
So,
Hitler.
mind if I ask a few questions?
The king is dead. Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Questions about what, lad?
So, did you see at all what happened?
It's like he looks at you a bit funny. He's like, "No, lad, I didn't see things happening over a league away."
A woman screamed earlier. Was she screaming about seeing the king?
Oh, probably just shock from the gongs. It's not every day it gets announced the death of the monarch. In fact, we weren't expecting such a thing for at least another century or two.
I see.
Imagine things being so terrible you expect assassinations on your king.
Not so soon after losing the queen as well. And what with them not having a single heir.
Yeah, that's a very awkward place to be in for a monarchy.
I'm
Only if
supposing
you
now
had
the
someone who
dwarven
could
lords
be-
will be coming together any day now, fighting over who has right to rule.
If only if you had a friend here who had any ties to royalty.
Perfect for overthrowing.
You know, now that you mention it,
Nah, he's currently with the other people, so he's not here with us.
I'd also like to point out, I don't imagine the dwarven
man,
people would be
it's-
very comfortable with the Druger ruling over Stone Rock.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know one that would work as a temporary ruler, not a long-term ruler.
Actually, to be honest, I don't think he's any interested in becoming a ruler.
They're like,
I don't think he has any interest at all.
I imagine every Jarl and Thane from here to the Traxon Sea will be on their way.
Oh, I can believe that. This has extended our vacation here quite a bit, though. That's awkward.
No,
You do know that we could just use our energy weapon.
once they have
off.
ruling over what happened and know if whether or not they need to be on the lookout for somebody, I'm sure everything will be back to normal before you know it.
What's
Something like this ever
the
happened?
name?
And then one of the other, and then the other one standing next to him goes, "Unless there's a civil war, then things might be a bit complicated."
I can believe that, but it'll be a terrible time with Civil War with the Blood Space War going on at the moment, or whatever the fuck it's called.
It's like, you can't have, well, no, you can't have it with the blood war going on. And then he's like, well, no, the rules of the Alliance state that one cannot attack another realm during
Try
these
to
times.
attack within yourself, yeah.
But then this wouldn't be another realm.
It'll be less that and more the case of, lots of big armies are all the way over there, not all the way over here. So,
Oh, yeah, I don't imagine the Alliance are like that, what with all the supply lines what run through our territories.
of course, is that why it was so busy outside?
Ooh, aye. That Balsing might be the place where they make all the fancy decisions, but everything what goes to the front comes through here.
Wow. I'm surprised we didn't see siege weapons out there.
All the siege weapons already built are already at the front.
That does make sense.
What good they be doing sitting around the city?
It was less that, more, maybe you're still doing last minute deliveries. might happen. Some places might be slow.
Hmm.
I don't know. I hear some places might be trying to stop slowing that. Might have slowed the production, given so many of the people have walked off to the war. Never know.
Well, they usually plan for that. We usually take census a few years before the war goes, and then the Alliance works out how many people need to come from where, and then they send that out, and they try and figure out who goes and who stays
sounds
to
very
keep everything
organized.
running. Oh, it sounds like it ought to be organized.
I'm guessing it's really not behind the curtain.
Oh, aye, you know how it is trying to get people to do anything.
Well, we managed to get 120.
I have an
or
easier
20
time earning tabaxi.
I found that food is a good instigator for people. Maybe you should try that.
What?
Also, goddamn, I know what you mean about the tabaxi. Holy hell, we know one tabaxi person, and she's all over the place.
For all we know, she could already be here right now.
Oh,
actually.
most definitely, she's probably. I would not be surprised if he has something to do with
Or if
this.
he just has this
some reason.
sinking feeling that the next time he sees Dark Moon, she's going to be walking around with a dwarven crown.
Yep, again, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't. Surprised if for some reason something in her story has led to this, and we have no clue what will happen. What was it? It was like Dark Moon. Can't remember anymore.
Dark Moon Night.
Dark Moon Knight, Kingslayer.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
I hear they expect an outside inspector to come in.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's from the
Uh,
Gnomish region.
Do you know the name?
No, I've not quite heard it. I just hear that they sent out immediately because, you know, they're concerned that it might be some kind of power play from a dwarven house. Although I can't imagine any dwarven house resorting to such a thing. What do they think we are, Durgers?
I mean, what if it's actually a gnome that's responsible for this?
You just want to blame gnomes because you really hate them.
I do.
No, I don't think the gnomes are
Brandon is
up to that
sorry.
sort of thing. Gnomes tend not to really build large kingdoms. They're kind of content to sit in their holdings and tinker on whatever it is they're doing.
We met a few on the way up here, actually.
Oh, aye, all kinds of materials flow through here. They love to come here to find new things to use. There's an
Wait,
entire
is that-
sort of underground market if you know where to look.
Oh.
I
Like
was
parts and
building a
whatnot.
construction system, but it wasn't a very ideal one for carts.
Oh,
Where's the
anything
king's
anything
body?
a gnome makes is never ideal, is it? It's always some wild idea they've come up with, and they're going to make it just to see what it does.
Just where's the king's body?
What?
I want to try and do an autopsy.
I don't think they're gonna let us go anywhere near that.
L.E.O badges will open a lot of doors. They don't generally tend to open doors that lead into royal chambers.
You know, we're basically a bunch of strangers out who just came through, who were trying to do one thing, and then, oh, the king's dead. Hence why I'm so that's one of the reasons why I'm so blasé about this.
So, you don't seem like the type to be interested in dwarven affairs. What brings you lot here?
We're a group of people who brought a whole bunch of dwarves from the Eastern Realm to here who were technically dead and now are alive.
Oh,
It's these lads over here.
you're one of those people what Branmar has running about taking care of things in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not officially one of them, but
I'm
if there's
sure
a
that
Leo
Leo
speaking
plays
sign up here, then I'm gonna sign up.
I'm sure there's a Leo thing over here. They're in every major city.
I don't think I'm actually part of it either. I just kind of said, yes, I will protect you. And I...
Actually, yes, there is a Leo office. It happens to be in this very building.
Oh, what a coincidence! We can officiate you guys into Leo.
I don't think I can be part of L.E.O. I'm already part of an organization.
You can
Be part of local boy bands.
I thought you.
This isn't Skyrim!
I thought you left that organization because of the incident.
No, I'm still part of I'm still part of the order. I was on assignment with the order.
Oh, see, I thought you went rogue because there was an incident involving a thing.
No, I'm still part of the order. When I joined the party, I was on assignment from the order.
Oh. That's weird, because I thought that you just randomly encountered a child elf and decided to protect.
No?
Because that is how we introduced you, because you were escorting Orpheus' cousin.
As far as I was aware, that was my assignment. Was to protect her.
Him.
Them.
Yep, it.
And then you fell through the ceiling.
Yes. And I was trapped.
How did you get put on assignment to protect Aang?
I don't know. I don't question what the order does.
The order does what the order does.
Since he is ostensibly a runaway.
It was my understanding that I was on order through the order.
It's really hard to remember because that was like 9 months ago.
Wasn't this just like...
Oh no, it may have even been longer than that because
It won't be last
Okay,
year.
feel free to come up to the shelf.
It will be last year, July, August.
yeah, because it was when we were just about to face the Jagrafest,
Mm-hmm.
which I think was only like 7 or 8 sessions in. God damn, we've been playing this a while.
Yep.
Alright.
I was originally brought on because the Jagrafest would have killed everybody if they didn't have a physical tank.
Yes.
So you made the most physical tank that you could.
You made the max tank.
With the only weakness being himself.
And probably one of those things that eats metal.
What?
Yeah, that would be awkward.
What?
There's a monster that eats metal.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I know one that eats magic, but not metal.
It's like some kind of insect thing that eats metal. It's called like a rust something, I think.
Yeah, it's called a rust monster. It's just called a rust monster. It's quite simple like that.
Wow.
Any non-magical weapon made of a metal that hits a rust monster corrodes. And Iron Scent, the rust monster can pinpoint by scent the location of ferrous metal within 30 feet of it.
Originally created, I imagine, by a DM who got sick of people being behind impenetrable armor.
Probably. So just went, screw your armor. This thing eats your armor. Good luck.
But yeah. So there is a L.E.O office here.
Cool. We could officiate you guys into L.E.O. That could be something to do.
After
If they're
being
not
done it.
panicking, of course.
What?
If they're not going around running around panicking, of course.
I can't hear you.
God forbid Dunnet shows up again.
Well, if he shows up, he'll be showing up at the palace.
Not here.
So we can just stay out of his way.
Yep.
I mean, it is a big city of millions.
We can stay right out of its way.
But knowing us,
We'll
yeah,
probably bump into him, and we're gonna cross. It's gonna be the awkward thing where we cross eyes, and then he'll just go, "You."
So, shall we seek out the L.E.O office?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that, guys.
I mean,
Because technically, you're kind of just like tagging along.
nothing better to do.
Yeah. Then then afterwards we can try to figure out if they would let us sleep somewhere inside of here.
Alright, so after some wandering around, asking for directions, getting lost twice, eventually...
Only twice, wow.
Yeah, only twice. Eventually, you do make it down a level. And you see there are several there are several adventuring organizations that have offices here. And as you're walking down, you do see one that has the L.E.O insignia.
I'll walk right up to it. I give the door. Is it a door or what?
It's kind of like an open, kind of an open. It's like it's not sectioned off, but it is it's kind of like has 3 walls, and then otherwise you just kind of walk in, kind of like a mall.
Walk in. Hi.
A small little human lady actually looks up. He's like, "Oh, can I help you?"
Yeah, me and Arthur here, we're part of L.E.O, and on our journeys we picked up these 2 wonderful people. They want to join
Can I see
L.E.O.
your amulet then, Sonny?
Yes, I'll hold up my amulet.
She looks at it and she holds up this stone to it, and the stone begins to glow a little bit, and then she sets it down onto a parchment, and it begins reading out information. And she's like, "Oh, let me see here."
So I have one of my biometrics or something like that.
"Oh no, it's an activity log. Places
Oh.
you've been, things you've done, what your current mission is."
I really feel like my privacy is being invaded here, but I'm absolutely fine with it.
"Oh, you've traveled quite a ways, it seems.
Well,
Well, it looks like you're about halfway through your mission then."
yeah. God, it takes forever. It feels like it's taken a year, but it's only been 3 months.
"Oh, it gets like that sometimes, Sonny. You just hang in there." "Oh, that's strange. There's one bit where there's a gap."
Oh yeah, that was we went into a magical tower and we have no clue what happened there. It was weird.
"Oh, I see." You see her begin making an annotation.
You know, like a place that was sort of in this dimension, but out of this dimension, a pocket dimension, you could almost call it.
In time and space.
You could call it a pocket dimension, like a dimension within a dimension.
"Oh, I see. Oh, yes. Oh, things like that. It happens all the time."
Yeah, I can guess that the Amidok got really confused when that happened.
"Oh, it's connected to a primary stone held over at the general office."
Wow, my privacy definitely feels very invaded here.
The secretary himself, the undersecretary himself, is responsible for maintenance on it.
Huh. Maybe you could try to improve the Wi-Fi boost. Maybe put some tinfoil over it.
"Oh, way you don't know what that's the
I
name.
don't actually believe that.
No, it doesn't work, I know.
She's right. Okay then. That's annotated. And so you say you met some people you think might be worth
Yeah, it's
joining.
these two people here. I point to Ozone, and then I point to Lug.
Hello.
Oh
Right.
yes. Now it says here that there's 5 of you.
Aye.
You're obviously the Genasi. That
Aye.
one over there looks like the Tieflin.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a Druiger.
Yes.
I don't really get many of them.
He's wonderful.
And then it says it, and a Dragon Barn.
He doesn't actually exist in this plane of existence anymore.
Oh my. It's
When
a
we were
dimensional
in the
accident.
tower thing, when we were in the tower thing, he was sent off to another plane of dimension and it hasn't popped up again. So it's a bit awkward.
Oh. And
Yeah.
she shuffles around and she hands you a scroll. Oh, you don't want to be filling out one of these at your leisure.
What's the scroll type? What does it say?
It says extra dimensional
Loss of
incident
company
report.
property.
Good. And does this handle being sent to another plane of existence?
Oh, well, once you've filled it out, you just shove it into your amulet and it'll go where it needs to be.
I can fit stuff into my amulet.
She's like, oh, I'm surprised you weren't aware. She offers you offer her your amulet, and she picks up and she just below the lion's mane, she like flips open a little slot. Yep, just fold it up and put it in a slot there, and it'll go wherever it needs to go.
It's like a tiny little pigeonhole. Wow.
I think you would tell people when they get it.
We were kind of
Oh,
rushing our initiation.
That's the Taskmaster's job. Of course,
Yeah.
I suppose there haven't been too many of the Taskmasters lately since they're all down at front.
Yeah, there was only one. He'd been retired before we were employed under him. I guess he's unemployed. I don't know.
And then she finally she shuffles out and gets some more paperwork together. It's like, alright, just have your friends fill out these things, and then it'll be there's a 5 gold surcharge.
Final surcharge. I don't think Lug can read.
Lug can read.
I don't
Lug
know.
has average intelligence.
I don't know. I remember you keep saying that he can't read stuff, so I don't know.
He can't read Dwarvish.
I'm insulted.
No.
Wait, if he's signing up for L.E.O, wouldn't it be written in common though?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask the woman if this contract with L.E.O violates my assignment with the order.
Like, oh, well, considering that all L.E.O assignments are generally, what's the word I'm looking for? Voluntary. As long as you're not volunteered onto an assignment, it's not really up to us what you do. As long as you're not going around invoking the name of L.E.O for the business of another guild.
Right.
So no harm, no foul.
Pretty much.
Cool.
It's kind of a we're all in this together clause. Alright, sorry, I knocked a cable and so things went out of alignment temporarily. What would you say?
I said, I guess we got forms to sign in character.
Yep. So you fill out the gold, fill out the gold.
I fill out the gold. I received a form.
You fill out the gold, you pay the forms.
Mm-hmm.
and then you she issues a an amulet and a comm ring, or to both Lug and Ozen.
Okay, now we don't have to use the Wi-Fi anymore.
We're still going to be using the Wi-Fi, aren't we?
Oh,
Wi-Fi is very useful.
I like Wi-Fi.
And
Lug
yeah,
understands Wi-Fi.
and she hands me. She's like, "Welcome to L.E.O."
I got a feeling that with the amulet, everything that's going through the earrings is actually being steadily just recorded and put in the transcript somewhere that we don't know. We've actually just signed up to like a Google thing.
Well, you know, the L.E.O. General Office happens to be in Stone Rock.
Well,
we can pay them a visit.
then it's once we're allowed out of here.
Oh, I thought aren't we in Stone Rock?
We are, as in we're in a bureaucratic building that's been locked down.
I thought it was the whole city that was locked down.
And and she and just as you're returning, she's like, "Oh, and feel free to enjoy the lounge."
Is the lounge?
Oh,
Does
I
that
just through that
alcohol?
archway.
Does that have alcohol?
That is a
Generally
requirement
speaking.
for me to enjoy anything.
It's true, he will die otherwise.
You you see she
Well,
points to a wall, and you see that there appears to be a kind of lion-shaped slot.
Right.
It looks about the same size and general shape as your amulet.
Okay, I'll go towards it and press my amulet against it.
You hear the wall beginning to slide back, and then to the side, and it opens up into a passageway.
No, 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 no.
That's exactly what was going in my head.
You laugh, we've literally done this before.
And yeah,
Way back in Hadra.
saunter my way down.
You go down, you see that some of the dwarven architecture kind of fades away into a more generalized form. Like there's carpet, the air feels a little bit warmer than dwarves might normally like it, but not uncomfortable for a dwarf.
Puppy.
And sure enough, there's a bar. There's some
Perfect.
sitting. There's some sofas and things to sit upon.
I'm gonna sit on the nearest sofa, head back, and just fall asleep here. Fuck.
All right, you guys have a nice little rest, and then suddenly you're kind of still a little bit asleep, and then you hear a kind of tone. Kind of like a three-tone tone.
Terrifying? Question mark.
What he said.
No, it doesn't sound particularly ominous. It sounds a little bit like a chime.
I was
Ding
gonna
dong,
say
ding.
it's gonna be an announcement going on.
Bing bong.
It's now stop again.
Big already have very specific things in your mind today.
They
It's your Monokuma.
they announced the end of the lockdown.
No, not Monokuma, please.
You've only been here for 12 hours, but the lockdown is over.
Ah, good. Maybe we can go register those dwarves finally.
So, where do you go now?
You three want to join me? Do you want to just keep chilling here?
We do have a mission to complete.
Then you can follow me, and I'm gonna walk my way out. And ask the person.
And then Lug and Ozen were never seen again because they got lost in an administrative building.
Yep.
Yay! I like getting lost.
I asked the person, "Hey, we want to get to the reception. Where do we have to go?" Just ask for general guidance.
She presses a button, and a little lighted orb appears, and she's like, "Oh, just follow the orb."
That's very convenient. Thank you.
And yeah, the orb leads you through the halls, and you eventually find yourself back at the reception desk.
Ooh, cool. We didn't get lost this time. Hi, is there anyone in the reception at the moment?
There is one man there, and you see he's dressed all in black.
Greetings. Hi.
Like, oh, hey.
Sorry to disturb you this time. I've got a full money to give you, and 20 dwarves.
He looks at it. Oh, thank you. We've already seen to them. They were ushered in by the guards yesterday during the incident.
Hmm.
But I do thank you for this. It'll help us getting them to where they need to be.
Yes, I hope it's got all the details that you need for them. Just a question.
Yes.
Is there any new... since the building's opened up, I'm guessing there's news about what's happened to the king?
Oh, aye.
Tragic?
Well,
Or- Private?
they're saying it's been ruled an accident,
Well, that's a relief.
but there's another rumor circulating around.
Oh, I don't like rumors. They
No.
usually true.
Now, you didn't hear it from me, but some say that the king grieved so much the loss of his wife he just gave up.
Oh.
I just can't imagine such a thing.
Extremely tragic.
But you know how teases rumors.
I...
Alright then, peace be with you, lad.
Exit's behind us, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's just a long hall.
Hey, it's a massive bureaucratic building that's got many mazes inside of it. For all I know, the X has been moved all the way 180 degrees around.
Yeah, but you know, the entrance has got to be deceptively simple so you aren't aware of the maze you're about to get into.
Yeah, just because the entrance hurts doesn't mean the exit has to be.
True.
You can never leave the bureaucracy. You're always part of it.
So, you go outside and there's now 5 carts sitting there.
Right?
And as you approach them, you realize there appears to be some sort of slip of paper posted along the side of them.
I'll take a peek.
You look at it and do you speak Dwarvish?
Nope.
I do.
I'll pass it to Orifit.
Because okay, yeah.
I'll pass it to Orifit.
It says something about citation for stationary positioning.
Who put a carts here anyway?
You kind of parked here when you got there.
I'm pretty certain we would have walked here,
You
given the
would
way you described it.
have walked the half mile across the city.
Half a mile is nothing. What are you talking about?
Not half mile. Sorry. City's very... Yeah.
The day is very blah.
Yes. Very bleh. No. Sorry, I was trying to think of half a league, but yeah, it's not really a distance you just walk with a group of 20 people. Not if you want them to be, you know, kept together.
Ah, dear. what does it say? Freaking postal, wherever.
It says here fine can be paid at and it lists location of a constabulary.
Okay. Wait, there's 5 carts. I guess we all get a cart each now.
You can, I imagine you could probably hitch one cart to the other. Having one cart basically leading the other cart.
Ah. Oh. Guess we're gonna sort this out.
Alright, let's go.
It does feel like exceptional circumstances field.
Well, I mean, you can make that case to the constable if you'd like.
Hmm.
You make your way to the constabulary across the street.
Oh wow, such a journey.
You kind of have the impression of, you'd think at a time of crisis these people would have something better to do.
Nah, I do not believe that at all. Time of crisis is a perfect time to screw over people. Because they've got no choice in the matter.
True. So you go into the constabulary, and what could only be described as possibly the largest dwarf you've ever seen in width is sitting at the front desk.
A ball?
Huh?
Is it just a ball?
Yeah, more or less.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest, in my head, I just got an image of a dwarf and then I just like Photoshop stretched it out. That's pretty much what went to my head as soon as you stated that.
He's like, can I help you?
Hi, yeah, we got a citation on our carts.
When we weren't even able to access our carts
Yeah.
due to the lockdown that happened during the king's death.
He's like, oh, our lockdown ended 4 hours ago. Them
Yeah.
carts have been there since yesterday.
Aye, and it looks like that these were placed beyond 4 hours ago.
Aye, but law's it law.
I'm certain, but this is exceptional circumstances. If the user cannot actually access the cards, you can find. I've read some of these dwarven rules. I remember that.
Oh, hey. Well, this here is not a house of judgment.
Hey, I've got to take off.
Okay,
That's
well,
fine.
we're about to end soon anyway. Have a good night, Lug.
Au
Sleep.
revoir, everyone.
Do the goods.
Well, if you're wanting to contest it, you're welcome to make a cart appointment.
Make a what? Who? Where?
You're welcome to make an appointment to see an adjudicator.
When's the next time an adjudicator will be to be seen?
Oh well, what with the king's death and all, certain functions have been shut down. Of course, they've still got to exert the law, but you know, I believe that after the king's funeral, they'll be back open again. Of course, there'll probably be a backlog by then.
Do they accept call-ins via sending?
No. Sorry,
that's
afraid
okay.
that law stone states that all things adjudicated must be done in person.
That's awkward. If only if I had some teleportation to get here. Oh, way I get it, I'd probably at a higher level.
How about that? And then if you use Zoom, it will get hacked.
By the way, dwarves are one of my favorites purely because of their generally lawful society.
I'm gonna be honest, this kind of reminds me of, what's it called? What are they called? The freaking bureaucrats from, oh, what's that fucking book called?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's definitely not what I'm basing it off of.
It's 100,000% what was in just going. Yeah, I feel like I'm in that situation though. Gonna be here. Oh, I'm gonna have to go sign the forms, and then go over there, and then oh no, I've signed the wrong color forms. I have to go back, and then go to this person, and like 2 years before anything gets sorted.
Well, what do you mean? Shall
How much
I
is the
give you the
citation?
formatures to fill out to see an adjudicator?
How much is the citation?
30 gold.
Here's 30 gold.
I'll pay. Don't worry.
Thank you.
He accepts it, and you see him start weighing it out. He's like, "All right, then, everything seems in order." He takes out a green stamp and stamps the citation.
Ah, yeah, we got the great stamp.
And then he pulls out several other things. He writes out a receipt, and then he also gives you a little pamphlet explaining proper procedures for parking inside Stone Rock.
I'm gonna take it, pretend to be very gracious, and on the way out, I'm definitely just gonna crumple it.
Wait, if I was the one paying, wouldn't I be the one getting their seat?
Oh, you're paying it?
Yeah, he's paying it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Whoever's paying it gets the receipt.
Then I graciously take it, but I don't crumble it.
Ah.
The sad part is I was really hoping that Ragnar would be here so I could see how his cousins operate compared to what he's used to.
Mm.
But yeah, with that, I was very tempted to say you walk out and you see that you've been sighted again. But I'm not going to be that cruel.
If that was the case, then I would go back in and be like, alright, this is bullshit.
But yeah, with that, we have been live for 3 hours, and I think we will call it there.
Mm.
So let's go up to our ending screen. And at some point, my camera froze and I didn't realize it. Oh well.
Yeah, I didn't have your stream up this time.
Not that important.
But hey, we never crashed.
Only the
God damn,
webcam
you done
crashed.
jinxed it now.
I mean, it's gonna crash when you try to
Yeah,
close it.
it'll crash when I hit the end screen anyway. But you know.
It always does for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think most people watching, after they see ending, thanks for watching, are gonna leave.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's anyone worth rating. Because you know.
I mean, I got an additional follower while I was just ending my stream earlier. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
Oof, feels bad for the follower.
An additional follower right at the end, which was pretty funny.
Oh gosh. You know what I was tempted to do?
Mm.
One time when I was running this with the very first time I ran this campaign, like back before you guys were playing. Oh, there's no one live. I guess we'll just end. Bye.
Bye.